up where I left off. Now I kind of look at it, think about it. I might go back in and start doing some linear stuff again. That's always fun. I have some charcoal. Oh, I have a bunch of these. Yeah, maybe I'll use this. It's one of those Taylor's chalks. I also have these Marabou art crayons I like to play with, or Stabilo tone crayons. All this will all be integrated in the final painting. It won't really matter. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Crisscross out the world. Ah, that works nice, huh? Alright, a little bit of blue, some white, a lot of white, clear gesso, yeah, fine. I just want to bring a few lights back in here. Blue lights back in, and there's some little moments of clarity. Huh. Maybe, do we have little moments of clarity in this? I think we do. There's little moments of clarity. And you say, oh, maybe the world is alright. Maybe we're not all going to die. Of some weird virus out to get us. Huh? The other thing I like to do is lots of fun. My stick. There's again another type of mark I can bring into it. I just love the way light comes through and kind of like filters through and dapples here and there. Another thing I like about working with the acrylics is it's drying fast enough that by tomorrow I'll be able to come back over here and start working with my oils on it. Right now all these blues are coming to the foreground, but I'll knock them back again. Something I like about when you're in the woods too, and you're like looking ahead, and you're like, you see like this little glimmer, like maybe you found the way out. I spent a lot of time exploring the woods when I was a kid. I grew up on a farm, and you know, I was pretty much an only child. There was nobody else around, so I spent a lot of time, probably not the safest thing, but I would go off for hikes in the woods. I'd be told about, oh, there's a little babbling brook over here, and you know, I'll go check this out, and I'd start just hiking through the woods and spend lots of times even lost. I will say there were a few times I got lost, but it was in such a way that I couldn't get lost long enough to cause too much grief, because there was always, you know, it was kind of like a block. So eventually I would come out somewhere. I mean, I probably had 2 or 3 acres at least, actually even more than that. We had 40 acres across the street when I grew up in on a farm. So I would go off and I'd be hiking, and there'd be times that I would definitely be looking through the trees, praying that that light that I could see beyond was actually a way out, and not and that I wasn't just gonna, like, sometimes you'd be walking and trying to find my way out of the woods, and I'd be getting a little concerned, because of course that was before we had cell phones, and I would see what I thought was the way out, and I'd be like, oh yeah, I did it, I got out, and only to find out that it was just like a clearing where there were lots of little teeny trees and no way out. So that's kind of what this is reminiscent of to me. Man, there's a nice, you have all these kind of weird, very small trees that are in the foreground. I love it when like a tree kind of like lights up, and then there's another area that's lit with the tree. And then over here, whoops, I wanted it to be bluer. I just made it yellower. There's another lit tree over here, kind of catching the light. That's nice. Yeah, I'll make it go right off. Of course, there's always branches coming across this way too. So, let's see. As far as color accuracy, I'm not really worried about that, as you can obviously tell. I'm more trying to get a feeling of what is going on with these trees. So it's a combination between touching the canvas, oh, I just love it, and then smearing. Okay, this does remind me a lot of what it's like to be kind of lost in the woods. And I guess maybe I am relating to that right now. Maybe I'm feeling lost in the woods a little. Right, and there's that really dark area. What a lovely mess I have here. It's not dark enough. Let's see. Purple. Problem with these acrylics is they're not that high pigmented, not like maybe golden would be, but I also wanted enough that I could just play and not worry too much about materials. I mean, this stuff is less expensive and still high quality. I really want this area in here to be kind of dark, but I don't want to. Oh, that's not dark enough. I'll probably have to do that with the oils to get it dark as I want it. As these colors are not. Do I usually work like this? No. Not always. Sometimes. Depends on my mood. And I would say that my mood right now in these troubled times is really asking me to make some kind of contact. Physical contact. Touching the surface. This will all be an awesome foundation underneath the painting. I have to decide on a color for that. Kind of want no brown one. Oh yeah, I do want it to get a little lighter. And gray is always a good color. Got some nice grays. Again, I'm not worried about what I'm covering. It's always this kind of push and pull of what's going on. Yeah, it's getting interesting. Very interesting. Reminds me a little bit, as I'm doing this, I haven't thought about her as an inspiration, but reminds me a little bit of Joan Mitchell. Some of her garden series where she was I mean, I don't know that she touched the canvas to work, but she had a similar gestural quality to her work. Can't even begin to compare myself with anyone like that, but I'm just saying. I find her work inspiring. And not Joan Mitchell, the singer. That'd be Joni Mitchell, right? No, this is Joan Mitchell, the artist. Oh, feel the. Yeah, it's a good time to do some of that too. Many things that's fun. These two. Oh yeah, I mixed up some paints. I don't know where they went though. What a mess I have here. Oh no, I think I've broken through my gloves. I feel like I'm gonna take my fingers off, my hands off, and my gloves are gonna be just as messy inside. So that is probably maybe a good place to stop it now while I look for some other supplies that I thought I had right here. All right. All I gotta do is figure out how to stop my video. Okay.